with a synonym. Its synonym is also given, and whose meaning you probably know, and you must be knowing the meaning because it is expected from grade 8 that you know certain meaning. Yeah, here we come. Who will read out this for me? Any volunteers from Karl Marx, Miletus, Russell, Plato, Socrates, or Tolstoy? Anyone who volunteers and who'd love to read here, please come out. Who's going to come out and read? Karl Marx, middle row, second bench. Please come out. Karl Marx, middle row, second bench on my right. On my right. So please come and read this. Quickly. Or anyone who's interested can volunteer. Okay, I just want someone to come out and read. So Miletus, Walter, any of the classroom. If you're interested, you can come out and read this. Hello? I'm sure you're full of energy in the morning. Okay, so think of a meaning of the given synonym. Okay, so here is the word and here is the synonym. Okay, so I'm putting 2 tick marks on the synonym here, as well as other words related to the synonym, and write on the line provided. So we have a line here. So you should know what does, if you don't know the meaning of lapse, okay, because that is a word we don't use very commonly. At least when we are in grade 8, we don't use it very commonly. So here we have the meaning given here. This is the synonym, which means decline. Okay, so if something is declined, now think of another word which you will use for decline. Think. I want you to use another word which you can use for decline. Anyone from Miletus? Anyone from Miletus who knows another word for decline? I was declined admission in the classroom when I got late. Okay? Or so anything like, So what can you use here? Which word? Which word comes to your mind? Very common word which we हमें किसी चीज से मना कर दिया. What is the English word you commonly use? Anyone? There's so many students out there. Yes, I can see a hand raised. Karl Marx, please come out. Please come out. Karl Marx, I can see a hand raised on my left. Yes, please, Bachit, come out. So which word can we write? Like, for decline. Another word. Like a synonym. Yes, the girl from Karl Marx who came to the forefront, please. Hello? Hello? Anyone else? What happened? That girl who came from Karl Marx. Could you please say the word? Okay, so I can give you one. Like, refuse. Refuse. Can you think of another word? Can you think of another word? Refusal. Like, something that is declined, which is refused. Anything else? Lapse. Now, lapse exactly would mean expire. Something expired. Okay? Like the license expired. Okay? Your subscription expired. Like, subscription to your gym, subscription to the library, all these things. So we can use these words. Okay, so lapse means decline, something which you have been declined. And we can use another word for decline is refusal, and for that, expire. So there are few. Now, could you think of a sentence? I just gave you examples. So you could just think like your subscription expired. It could be to the gym, to the library, to some other place, like, some club. And what else? How can you use this word? How could you use? Come on, I'm sure I can get at least one or two answers. Here from Militis, I'm sure you're thinking. So you can think of at least one sentence here. Okay. Even for insurance policy, like, because you don't, if when you don't pay the annuity, like, so it can like lapse. Okay. So all these things can be used in this manner. So you can write down one sentence, my membership to the gym lapsed. Okay. You can write down. So this is how, because you did not pay the fee on time, so it just lapsed. Okay. So this is exactly, or if you were on a monthly, this thing, what you call every month you pay of EIM, every monthly installment, and you didn't pay your monthly installments and your subscription lapsed. Okay, something like that. Now let's go to the next word. Let's go to the next word. Serene. So serene, I know. How many of you know the meaning of serene? Yes, I can see one hand raised in Walter. Could you please come and tell me? Yes, or probably I'm just imagining. Yes, anyone? One hand, at least one student comes out. Okay. Could you guess I have a synonym here, so I'm sure you know the meaning of calm. You know the meaning of calm. Can anyone come and tell me what does calm means? What does calm means? Hello? Anyone from Plato? The thinkers, Plato was a thinker, so just think about it. Okay, it's an easy guess. Serene, if you haven't come across this word, it's fine, but you have the synonym here, calm. And I'm sure each one of you know the meaning of calm. That's why such easy words have been provided here. So, who would come out and tell me what calm means and give me a sentence using the word serene? Or you can just think of another word for calm. What could it be? Peaceful. So one word here is peaceful. Okay. Absolutely peaceful. So serene, serenity, like, something, he's very serene. That means his personality is very calm personality. Serene. You feel the serene mountain air, the calming mountain air. Okay. Or you go somewhere. So all these things, this is how you can use the word serene. And see, such an easy synonym has been given, decline, this, call, so that you know what does it actually means. So it's so serene in the mountains. You can write down a sentence like that. Okay? Could you think of a sentence? At least I can get 2 or 3 sentences here. I'm sure you people can think of sentence with either serene or even calm. Like replace calm with serene and see if it works. It is going to work. Okay, let's try. Let's try. There is nothing wrong or right in this classroom. We all are learning. We all are learners. But I need people to come forward. Otherwise, it won't work effectively. So to have a good class, it should be highly interactive. And I want interaction from all of you. Who's going to interact? Your children. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. Here, I'm not going to give you the sentences. I have given you the meanings, and I'm sure you people have understood and you already know the meaning of these simple words. And so you're going to frame your own sentences now. Make your own. Summon. When you summon some. Okay. So basically, summon means call. But like, more, this word is more used by the people who are authority, like, authority, like who are in authority. Or for some more importantly, you can say it is more formal. It is used for more formal things. So, like, you can say the principal called the rowdy boy to his office, or we can say the boy was summoned by the principal. Okay, so it can be like that. So here you come with the word call. So you can think of another word. Think of another word. So as I told you, it's more authoritative. Like this word is used by people who are in authority. It can be used by police. It can be used by someone who holds a higher rank in army, police, then probably your principal or someone who's your supervisor or someone who's in charge. Okay. So here we say call can be call someone, order someone to come. So it is more importantly, order someone to come. So this is even more simplified words. Order someone to come. So someone is you when you order someone to come. Okay. See, the police says the court summons, sends summons, and when a person signs, that means the court has sent an order for the people to go to the court, okay, for interrogation or for whatever reasons, So here, so could you think of any other word here? If you could, at least one answer I can get. And I would definitely ask all of you to try to make sentences with these words. Either you can make with the word which we are talking about or with the synonym given. Okay, here. Now, plight. What is a plight? Plight is mostly used as a negative word, like when somebody is not in a good situation. Okay, so here this word predicament. So predicament is like confusion, unpleasant situation, so many things. Okay, so it can be like that here. Because I'm sure predicament is also not a very commonly used word. And so we are learning two words at the same time, which are also synonyms and which can be a good this thing. Okay. A difficult situation. Difficult situation. Or unfortunate circumstances. Okay, it can be unfortunate circumstances, something embarrassing, unfortunate. So obviously it is something which is associated with something negative in your life, like something not nice happening. It's something not very good. Okay, so his predicament, what is your predicament? What is the confusion? What is the unpleasantness? What is the situation in your life? So these kind of things. So you can use this. Plight is also used, um, the refugees were the plight of the refugees were very bad. Okay, the plight of refugees, people who are in war-torn areas, their plight, their condition, their, you can say, situation. Okay, so these two words can be used for predicament. And all these are decision-making words. How we use decision, like, when you decline something, you made a decision. Okay, when you stay calm, you have made a decision. When you call someone, you made a decision. Okay, someone means like, then your predicament, your flight, how you would think, how is it a decision making? Yes, like you can sometimes remove yourself from that condition, or whatever decisions you made earlier, it is as a result of that. Now, complex. I'm sure you have come across this word a lot of times, and the synonym here is complicated. So complex and complicated. What would you say to this? How would you explain complicated? Easy or difficult? I'm giving you the hint too. Is it going to be something easy or something difficult? Yes? Anybody who would like to come forward and answer this question? Okay. So, difficult. Difficult to understand? Or you can say to do also. Something difficult to do, something difficult to understand. Okay? So that is complex or complicated. Now here we come across this word abundant. Abundant is again like a very common word, very commonly used. And the meaning here, or the synonym here, is even simpler. Plentiful. Something which you have in a lot of. Something you have enough. More than enough. So here you come with the more than enough. Okay, so here we have. So here are the words. Just go through them, and I'm sure you people are noting it down. And most probably today or tomorrow you will also get this worksheet. So I would really appreciate if you all kind of write down a sentence, and if you need help, you can even take help of the dictionary. Okay, there is no hesitation in that. You don't hesitate. You can take help, or you can think of something that would be even better. Like if you could think and write something, that is even better. But you can take help of the dictionary if you think you are unable to do certain things with these words, like not make sentences here. Yes. So here we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences here. Sorry, 6 words. And if you will see, you have done rather 12 and plus these. So you have so many today. And how many of these words are you going to use today? How many in your normal conversations? At least with me? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Here. So we have 4 more words, and I expect you people to respond. That will be highly appreciable. Yeah. So when you enclose something, enclose. Okay. So that is a word here is surround. So you enclosure. We say enclosure. The animals in the zoo are in their enclosure. So they have a wall around and they are there in the enclosure. So when you enclose something, so how would you do this? Okay, how would you say enclose? So one meaning is surround, one is when you kind of include with something. Okay, include with something. Okay, so one is enclosure, the wall around. The wall around is called like, and the place inside is an enclosure. So when you build a wall around something, so the fort is enclosed in a high wall or something like that. And here we have include with something. Here you can say like, if you have some letter, you are sending a letter. So you can write down the certificates are enclosed when you send something for admission. Okay. So that means you're including that also. Mainly you're going to write a letter, but you are also sending them your certificates. So something enclosed. Okay. So all these words are like that. Here, next. So you write a letter and you enclose a check. Okay, you send the money. Or you can say the park is enclosed by a wooden fence. Something like, so it is used in two different ways. One, when you surround something, and the other one is when you include something. With you're sending one main thing, and with that you're sending an attachment. Okay, or you're sending something with it. So that is like now verbal. Very easy. Verbal, like I'm talking. Okay. So verbal agreement. When two people talk and they agree on something, that is like a verbal agreement. So here is associated with words. Something which is associated with words. Anything verbal, like, talking and something like that. So what will you use here? So something that is when you talk, when you speak, spoken words. Okay. So this is all spoken words. These are all verbal communication. So today, the only person talking is me. Okay. So we are not having a conversation. It's like a monologue. I am the person who's talking. And okay, here. We go to the next one. Here is testimony. So statement. So basically, testimony is also like, something which is formal. Okay. A formal statement. Like, when there is some kind of a crime and somebody who's an eyewitness who will go there and testify, like he will say, yeah, I was the one. He'll give a statement. Okay. Which will be noted down and signatures will be taken, so it will become an evidence. So some testimony is a formal, legal, mostly legal, like, statement which is given. Okay, testify, testimony. So here. So we can write here evidence given by a witness. Okay, so somebody who witnessed the situation, sometimes we say eyewitness, like, somebody who saw the whole thing happening or who was present at the crime scene or so here. So it is a statement which is very formal and legal bounding. Legally, it is legal. Okay. And moreover, like people go and testify, and so they will take you to the court or they'll take you in front of the judge or the police will take your statement. And so this is in easy words, evidence given by a witness. Clear? So I'm sure you people are thinking about a lot of questions. If you're thinking about a lot of like, making sentences with this or thinking in your head how you can use these words today. And the last one is loiter. So loiter is stand without any rhyme, like, linger somewhere, stand in some place without. So like, if you are in the school corridors, your teacher can ask you, why are you loitering here? Like, why don't you go to your class? Why are you loitering? That question can come. Okay. So people who are loitering the streets, like nothing. They have no specific work, nothing. They just go and just stay there in the streets. So that is called loitering. Stand around, just stand around. Linger. Linger. Okay, that means they will stay there just for nothing. Okay, people will, like, you must have seen these street urchins, people who have nothing, all these hoodlums and all. They'll be standing there doing nothing and just watching. Okay, so sometimes they can be mischief makers also. So loitering is that. Okay, wander, like, we can say wander idly. No specific reason to be there. No reason to be there, just there. Okay, for no reason. So that is wandering, to wander idly. Okay, just time pass. Okay, you must have seen there are many people who just stay in the streets, just walk around, just keep standing in one. कई दुकानों के बाहर खड़े हो जाते हैं जाके, they'll just keep looking and all this. That is loitering. Okay, so here we are done with the words now, and I'm sure the next part you all are going to be very excited about, because you already know the meanings of these words. Yep. Now what you have to do is cross out the word that does not belong with the others. So there is one word here which doesn't mean like the rest. The others are synonyms. Okay, they mean the same, but there's one word which does not. So which one do you think in the first one? This is very easy, and I'm sure you people are excited to do this. Plight, problem, testimony, jam. Who will come out? Which one do you think does not belong to these among the four? Which one doesn't belong here? The rest three means the same. Yes, Karl Marx, last bench. You raised your hand. Please come forward. Karl Marx, last bench. You raised your hand, beta. Come forward. On my left, yes. Come out. Thank you, beta. We can make the class live and vibrant by your answers. Yes. Which is the word?
Jam.
Jam. Sorry, jam is not the word here. But thank you very much for coming out and breaking the ice. Okay. Now, thank you, beta. Thank you very much. It's okay. Who else will come out? Who else thinks about another word? What does plight mean? Look there. You already know what plight means. We discussed, okay? It is a good situation or a bad situation. Plight is a good situation or a bad situation. So it is. Anyone who will tell me? Come forward and answer. It is a problem. Okay, it's a problem. What's the time? It's 10:32. Okay. So problem, yes. Plight is actually problem. Like, you are in an unfortunate situation. Jam is also like, like you say, I'm in a traffic jam. So do you think it's a pleasant situation? Very relatable. So jam is like, jammed. My life is in a situation, problem. Okay. So testimony, we just now did. It is a statement. So this is the word that does not belong here. Okay. Now the next one. Naughty, complex, complicated, abundant. Like you have just now finished the words. What does complex means? These two words were given there. Complex and complicated. Something which is not easy to do. Okay, something which is difficult. And here we have naughty. Naughty is knots, गांठें. बहुत सारी गांठें पड़ी हुई हैं. So will it be like a naughty situation? Will it be something good or bad? If something is naughty. Okay, so which word does not belong here? And this means plentiful, a lot of. So this word does not belong here. Okay, now the next three, I'm sure you people will be able to do it very easily. Summon. It's till 14. Yes. Okay. So summon is like call someone, you trap someone, like, someone is trapped, like catch. Coop is a place where the hen and the chicken live. So it's like, encircled with something. So this is enclosed. So here, this is called, the other three words do not, they belong there. Now, written, verbal, serene, spoken. All are different ways of communication. Written, verbal. Serene is calm, so here is the word. And linger, lapse, delay, loiter. Okay. So something, this is expired. So here is the word you could have checked. Linger is stay longer. Delay is also do something longer. And loiter also means stay longer. Okay. So here we are done with this today. Yes. It would have been much better if you had participated in the whole thing. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Yes. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Well, good morning, students. Good morning. Wave your hand energetically. Shabash. I will consider it as reciprocating good morning to you. Shabash, shabash, shabash. Respond my good morning by waving your hand.